All right then. So hello everyone, good evening. I'm Bruno, and tonight I'll be talking about the four lessons I've learned, sometimes the hard way and still learning, and I would like to share some of them with you. Well, I wish I could have learned these lessons the easy way, but sometimes life just doesn't give you the chance, that choice, because often when you least expect it, life itself or someone else will be ready to teach you a lesson, whether you want to learn it or not. So, however, to pick up on those lessons, you must be paying close attention to the sign that life gives you all the time. And more importantly, you must keep an eye open, a mind open, and last but not least, a heart open. So the first lesson I've learned is that some people may say anything they want, and whatever they say will be accepted as the ultimate truth or the most brilliant idea ever. Their knowledge won't be questioned, let alone doubted. Their mistakes will be either overlooked or even considered a clever way of bending the rules. Those who can say anything anywhere are usually people in positions of power, share the same cultural or social background, and the same skin color. On the other hand, if I have to convince someone I'm right, I have to show data, I have to prove I'm right, I have to quote well-known authors and pray, even pray that I won't be misunderstood. So I learned that I will always have to work extra hard to get my ideas across. And by the way, I didn't come up with that phrase. Just anyone, not just anyone can say anything anywhere. I learned that from the famous Brazilian philosopher Marilena Chauí. Thank you, Mariana Chauí, for putting it so well. Are you guys following me? So the second lesson another hard lesson I've learned is that no matter how much you have studied, if you have a master's degree or a PhD, you'll be judged by your appearance first. And you know what I mean by that, right? Your appearance will always come first before any of your qualifications. And again, if you do the same work, belong in the same work environment, you'll have to prove that you are able to do the same thing as well or even better than anyone else. And you know what? And you want to know why? Because our society expects certain appearances to match certain roles. For example, we all know how a doctor or a judge in Brazil should look like. And again, I didn't come up with that. Conceição Evaristo helped me understand this precious lesson. The third lesson I've learned is that life's too complex, but lots of people are too lazy to think about its complexity. They want short and simple answers about the most complex topics in life. The best scenario for them would be to have someone else to tell them what to believe, who to trust, who to vote for, and so on and so forth. However, life doesn't fit a linear, neat pattern. It has many variables and everything depends. Just like when you're asked by a student if a word is the correct word for a given sentence. It depends. It depends on who you're talking to, where you are, the social and cultural backgrounds of your interlocutors, and so much more. So nobody wants to hear that it depends because they don't want to think that deeply and they want simple answers, right? But let's try and stop generalizing and creating stereotypes. As Shimamanda Adichie said, let's avoid, please, the danger of a single answer. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. She said, let's avoid the danger of a single story. And finally, I've tried to run away from lots of the problems I've had throughout my life, my whole life. And sometimes I succeed, but most of the time I did not. I've changed careers, stopped talking to people, and followed friends and family members, but I soon realized that the same problems would still follow me because they're not external ones. They all come from within. They come from our own mind. And well, it's useless. It's pointless to change jobs, find another partner, and even vote for another candidate if your mind is in trouble, right? If it's not healthy. Once I heard that anywhere you go or anything you do, your mind will always be there with you. So we should work on our mind, become familiar with it. We should not only go to the gym, but we should also take the time to take care of our minds. A healthy mind is full of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity, which means we're not obsessed with anything in life, even with the feeling of always wanting to be happy or successful. And here's the most dangerous thought for a healthy mind. Why? Why the heck do we always want to win? It's okay to lose. Losing is part of life, right? Accepting that brings peace. It brings peace of mind. And since I want to break the rules, here's the final extra lesson that I learned, and I would like to share with you. Life is a never-ending learning process. Stay open to new lessons. That's it. Thank you all. And that's the end.